There's a big, huge conversation in the sports world out of the NFL about change of instant replay. What's your stance on instant replay with baseball?
You know what? I think I'm a fan. I think that the players, and speaking for people, obviously I've got a bias of on the field, and I just want the call to be right. And I think that there are times where it's kind of undecided or the call stands. But I think for the most part, these guys get it right with the replay. I don't think it takes as much time as people think. And for me, I think for the most part, I'd like to get the call right more than not. So I'm a fan.
Well, with baseball, obviously, when you're talking whether a ball's beaten someone to the bag or is a ball fair or foul or over the wall, I mean, it's usually a line involved. What's happening with the NFL is a judgment call. Would you want to see balls and strikes replayed, Dave?
No. I don't think I would like to see that. But I do think that, there's been talk about that electric strike zone and stuff like that, where obviously there's still a place for the home plate umpire. And I think for anyone, I think that, one side, the human element, I think is part of baseball, has always been. But again, the part of getting it right is kind of, for me, outweighs it a little bit. And I will say, though, is that when baseball players complain about it or want the electric strike zone, I think the hitters are going to have a rude awakening because there's going to be a lot more strikes called than balls that they think. So that's going to be something that's going to unfold here, I'm sure, in the next few years.
Yeah, you think so? Interesting. What do you mean by that? You think an electronic eye might be more?
I think would favor more the pitcher. Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I think that there's balls that where the hollow of the knee, right below the kneecap, and above the belt, or the kind of where you take your stance, and right below the armpits, or however it's kind of the verbiage in the rule book. I do think that low ball that players think is down is a strike, and more for me, it's the north and south versus east and west. I think that the pitchers get a little bit more on the corners, but I think north and south, I think that with the electric strike zone, I think hitters would be shocked that the ball is called strikes.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.